When I was young, boy, could I hold a grudge. My conscience was already my judge. Too stubborn to let things slide, because in my mind, reason and forgiveness were too hard to find. All I saw was opportunities too inviting to prove I was worth more. See, the beginning of the week had me down 1-0. Today was my chance to even the score. You see, Johnny had a teddy bear to show off to the class. That confident smile would soon be a thing of the past. When no one was looking under blind eyes, I tried to blind his Teddy's eyes with glue. Johnny's Teddy's eyes would now have a new disguise. But man, Miss Simonetta wasn't too keen on this devious plot. The shock on her face made me know the sweet boy she thought I was not. So on the phone, she made a call to whom we already know, in the hopes my mother would have at the least a verbal discipline at home to show. So that day when I came home all coy, Mom's form of discipline was instead taking away my Game Boy. Ooh, that made me upset going into the next day. Now I'll take it out on Robbie, and on his favorite basketball he would play with. For last week, he was the first to speak on how the tears that flowed down my cheek made me appear weak, so that title I would now transfer to that basketball of his. Oh, the sweet, subtle sound it made as the air escaped said, whiz. So now Robbie and Johnny are twins in tears. And yes, Miss Simonetta didn't hesitate to call my mom again. Man, was she quick. That night, as punishment, bedtime was at 6 p.m. Sun was still out as my mom flicked that light switch. Ooh, madder was I on day number 3, and here came Bobby with his version of Batman. More annoyed was I that he was now copying me. But oh, the clever trick I had doing a little surgery on my own, for I took Barbie's head and placed it on Batman's neck bone. Bobby. Bobby, why now do you cry? For last week you were laughing that my Batman presentation was weak. Why now should you deserve a bly? Miss Simonetta, it seems, was at her wit's end. What was now to happen to this little child who mistreated his friends? The last warning Mama gave was, una air must feel. Physical punishment was attack my mom never made us feel. More just harsh words and looks and words of disappointment. Her hand contacting my bottom was never really an appointment. Plus, if so, I would always remember this. When Roger said all his mom gave him was a slap on the wrist. So that day prior to arriving home, I practiced playing Slapsies to see how quick I can pull my hands away if an attempt from my mom was thrown. That day I think I went undefeated. No redness on my skin. All my competitors were in awe of the skill I had within. Quick with the eye, faster with the hand. Yes, I was ready for whatever punishment my mom had planned. I had practiced my moves from Ninja Turtles and the great Jackie Chan. Man, I can almost see my mom around the corner ready to come and give me what she had promised. But I was giddy and ready to show her I was Slapsies king today at school. I beat everyone from Tanya to Thomas. Come forth, Mom, and give it your best shot. But there's always reality, though, and what you thought. As I said, Mom wasn't the real angry type. More led with her words, but was today the day she warmed up her wrists and put the words to work? Maybe she was prepping her hands with the extra spicy jerk sauce to make me really feel the heat? Or was she running from wall to wall in the next room, waiting for us in the living room arena to meet? What was taking her so long? Was she contemplating her approach? Or maybe adding more jerk sauce instructed by her coach? Not sure, but a slap on the wrist? I was almost taunting moms to catch me, if she can. After all, I'm the one that had the master plan. Then came the palm of her hand, and as she swiped down, I twisted and turned, and then I ran, still not believing this mom of only words would fulfill her plan. And it wasn't pain that made me cry. It was Roger's slap on the wrist story that may have been a lie. I could tell my mom held back at the very last moment, and even the thought of her further discipline caused her guilty grief. Now both our tears in separate rooms would keep us company as we sleep. That moment didn't stop me from loving my mom, and I'm sure nor her for I. Tomorrow would be a new day, no matter how much that night we cried. See, the next day my sister had heard the previous night what had transpired, so she woke me up early to cheer me up with my Game Boy. I thought my mom retired. That day I knew my sister would always be there for me, my sibling to admire.